Welcome everybody to What Do You Bring to the Table? I'm your host Rajiv Satyal, and I have the pleasure to be sitting here with Zarna Garg.
Rajiv, thank you so much. Namaste everybody. Thank you for having me.
Namaskar ji, great to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes, well, how is everything going? You are on fire.
Well, a lot of Indian women are.
All the time.
All the time.
Because these Indian men don't want to get married.
Well, we will not get into specific details, but Indian women being on fire is a thing.
It is a thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, that may not be a good thing.
You know, not that kind of fire.
Yeah, there's a lit fire which is good, and then there's a fire of old which is not so good.
Yeah, which I worry about that too, because you know the job that I do.
Right.
It's like more dangerous than an FBI informant.
It is. You got to be very careful. You might have to go to the witness protection program.
Yeah, I mean, like you're talking about how fat Ganesh is. Like people don't like that.
No, they don't. What's your bet about? Why is he fat?
Well, we're the only religion that has a fat god.
Well, Buddha.
Buddha's not a god.
Buddha's not a god.
He's a prophet.
Yeah, that's
true. The thing. Have you seen the abs on Jesus?
Yeah, they're really nice.
And Moses, that robe, it hangs.
Yeah,
you know, like
it
straight.
Does. We'll just say that hangs. We'll leave it there. Yeah. We'll leave it.
Okay, and you know, I'm a clean comedian for this was him.
Yeah, I am clean, but I'm PG-13 clean, so I go to the edge. That's where I go. I want to finish the fat Ganeshi bit though, because why do you think we made him fat? Is it because Indians are so skinny and we're jealous of the fat people?
No, I think it was an aspirational thing.
Yeah,
like
right.
If you were like, you know, if you were rich and you made it, and then not only are you fat, you're going to hold a plate of laddus, because why not?
I like this. You can hold them like this to serve or to eat.
And then why should you cover yourself? Because they're fashion forward back then. And as if that's not bad enough, ride on a mouse.
That is,
you know, this is Hindu logic.
They're way ahead of their time.
Yes.
And it also drives the whole bureaucracy Hinduism, right? Because it's like, Hindus in general, when you go to India, everything takes longer. It's like living your life at the DMV.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's basically what it is. And it's because even when we pray, you have to go to a different department.
Right.
You want money, you have to go to Lakshmi. You want education, you go to Saraswati. It's like you have to go down the hall, make a left, and you'll find.
They have everything except the stuff Indian people need. Like, where is the Hindu god of height? Where?
Right.
Where?
That's what I needed.
Right. We all need it. What Indian doesn't need that? Okay, not my son, because he's 5'7.25", so we're good.
Oh, but you're using the quarter. I like this. Like every bit.
Every bit. And I'm like, if we can't make it to 8 feet, we're gonna grow his hair out. You know what I mean?
That's where I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I have no hair.
Yeah.
And if I want to change my shoes, I can only wear cowboy boots or punk rock boots. So I have to change my entire look. How many kids?
So many. I've lost track.
You lost track of your children.
Why is it only the guys can say I don't know? Like, I don't know either.
Well, there's a fundamental reason why they may not know. That's not a good thing.
I have lost track. If you're Indian enough, you know. You're like, wait, I was in the hospital 2016, 2012.
It's just like elections.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go. No, but I do have 3 kids. 2 boys. Ooh.
2 boys, okay.
Yeah, the oldest one is important. Come on, you know that.
That's the one who makes you a parent.
Exactly. Like, I have a girl, but whatever about her. We don't need to talk about
Doesn't matter. Yeah. What does she have to do to gain your approval?
I mean, at this point, it's a lost cause.
It is.
Although in America,
she can transition.
Yes, she can transition. So and you know what? In this business, that's an asset.
That's true.
You know,
yeah.
When it could happen. Let's just say, no spoilers, but we might go down that road.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, no one's gay yet? Like, what?
Yeah, it's just you just have 3 straight kids.
Yeah, right now, so far.
Yeah,
but like everything is on the table. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I like how you worked that in.
Yeah,
with the bindi,
including the bindi, which is a PR thing, just so you know.
It's a PR, not a PR, but a PR.
Yeah, no PR, no PR. Okay, PR costs money.
It does cost money. That's what I hear. That's what they keep telling me. You gotta pay for it.
I know. My husband's like, oh, what should I get you? I'm so sorry. I go, no, don't be sorry. Venmo me. Venmo me the depth of your feelings.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah.
There should be a penance, like Catholics do. Like how many Our Fathers and Hail Marys, but you could just, some rupees would be nice.
Exactly. Forgot my birthday, no problem. This is the price.
That's good.
And then I don't even mind. See, it takes the pressure off of both of us.
It's a win-win.
Exactly.
If he remembers, you're almost upset.
And my son, I'm sure, like you see, like he's born and raised here. It's a lot of like, oh, I don't like Indian girls. I'm like, why? Why not? I don't understand this. He'll be like, I like blonde girls. I'm like, so? We get a nice Indian girl and we let her dye her hair.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
I pay for it.
East Asians do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't we do it?
And I'll pay for it too. Like, I'm that generous.
Yeah.
And
just to keep it in the family, yeah, why not?
he's like, oh, you don't understand. I'm like, I understand everything fully well. You don't need to be liking anybody right now.
How old is he?
He's 15.
Yeah, that's early.
He comes to the clubs with me, right? So he's exposed to a lot. He's my tech guy.
Now, does he cut up your videos?
He does everything.
Okay, so
he launched
knows
my TikTok account. He runs it. He comes with me to every show because also COVID helped, you know.
Okay, so how did we get here? So were you starting to do stand-up and then your son goes, oh, what, you know what, these things would kill on TikTok if you made them shorter? Or did you start out to be a digital comedian
No,
and then you got on
I
stage
was
with
doing
feedback?
regular stand-up and then the world closed down. And I was really upset. I was like, oh my God, Ganesh is really against me.
Yeah.
Like, already I started so late in life.
Yeah.
Now just barely got started,
Well, if you
got
wouldn't
my
call him
show.
fat all the time.
Well,
I mean,
there you go. See,
you're lucky he doesn't do the
he's
dance.
watching.
Imagine how the world would shake. His dad does it.
Okay, remember he said that.
Hey, I'm down with Shivji.
My BJP friends, remember he said that.
I opened for Modi when he came to San Francisco, so I always have that street cred. And I made the I Am Indian
So
video,
then maybe
I'm
you can get away with it. Yeah.
I'm infallible.
Yeah, also, you're a man, so like that.
I'm a man, and also I'm not. I mean, I have no success. So what am I going to be canceled from? So what difference does it make? I'm building another studio.
Aren't we all trying to get cancelled?
That's the plan. Who cares? What are we canceled from? I would like to know.
Yeah,
what difference
exactly.
does it make?
I get you.
So Ganesh is you upset him. He.
It took so much to get started. So much to get my first show at Caroline. To sell the thing out. To create the publicity. You know, everything that goes into doing it is not easy. And then boom, 2 weeks after my Caroline's headlining show, everything shut down. I had and I produce all my shows from the very beginning. I did 2 open mics and went straight into producing shows because I couldn't figure out how to make money.
Oh, well, yeah, you don't for a long time.
Well, I was like, I can't be bringing 200 people out and I don't get paid.
What do you do otherwise in real life? Like, what was your job before this?
I'm a volunteer for life. I was a stay-at-home mom for 16 years.
Okay.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
So I practiced law for many years. Yes.
What kind of law?
Litigation.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're scary.
Yeah, well, I try. No one's scared of me. That's the other thing. In my TikToks, I'm like with a butcher knife threatening my kids, and they're like, that's so funny.
You're funny. You're lucky.
No, but I'm like,
It's hard to be scary and funny.
trying to scare them. Like I was telling Brinda, my manager, I was like, let's write a scary, funny movie where I'm like murdering my mother-in-law for TikTok. You know, like go down all these weird paths. But no one's scared. She also said, that's so funny. I'm like, no, I'm for real.
Like you want to do a real dark,
people do really weird, edgy stuff to like get famous on TikTok.
Like murder their mother-in-law.
No, like threaten and then they'll be like, hide the person. Is he a kidnapper? There's all kinds of crazy stuff. I was like, why isn't this happening with my mother-in-law?
Yeah, she's still around.
She just comes and sits and I'm cooking for her. Like, what? Put her to work.
Yeah, I know. You may as well. If she's going to be around, then you may as well use her.
She's like gonna be around. Trust me, bruh.
You're the TikTok expert,
Okay.
right? I mean, right? How many views do you have on TikTok? I mean,
I'm not gonna flex, but
no flex. This is a place to flex.
No.
Have you seen the studio? It is all flex. It's all a Rajiv flex. I want my guests to flex too.
Okay, fine. If you really insist, 50, 60 million.
50 or 60 million views?
Yeah.
But come on, is it 50 or 60?
Closer to 60.
You're giving
Closer
your
to
son's height as
60.
5'7.25". Don't tell me you don't know if
It's closer to 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Eh.
Well, no, it's not an act.
No,
Congratulations.
I've been working at it for a year. I was hoping to be a little further along.
A year. Do you think that's a long time?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Okay. What do you
See,
mean
this is a thing. Here in Hollywood, everybody will be like, I've been doing it for 10 years.
Right.
Like, I get it.
Sure.
But they're like young. See, I am 1 foot in the grave. Like, every one of my
You're not going to
years
get married. You're
matters.
Hindu.
No, but
well, you're
it's
1 foot in the urn.
Yes, exactly. So I gotta be really careful. 1 year in my life at this stage is a long time.
That's true.
So I gotta be like, I gotta move faster.
Every year counts.
Yeah.
It's getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can only move so fast, so I also sabotage other people's accounts.
And now, how do you do that? Because I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, you just put like the easiest way to kill somebody's vibe, like somebody's post is doing well, be like, this is so racist. In Indian culture, we would never.
Oh, that's good. Just
And
pull
then it
that
kills the vibe for
that
them.
card.
Oh, but other people do it on my account too all the time. But
Oh, what do they say? Do you read those comments?
Oh my God. My TikTok comment section, shameless plug, is so lit, it's crazy.
Why?
People spend hours, I'm not kidding, people spend hours scrolling through the comments. There's 3,000 kids fighting with each other in the comment section.
That's amazing. What a legacy.
And during the Olympics, I posted this whole thing about how it's so expensive to be an athlete, which I actually, because I have 3 kids at least, somewhere in that range, I know how expensive it is. You'll see when you start paying for tennis lessons, it's just freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So I posted, I was like, okay, now I get why India doesn't have all these, medals and all our lives. Oh, a billion people, no medal. We don't have the money, we don't have the infrastructure, right? Or even that maybe.
Yeah.
So all these kids got so heated about it. They're all doing research. They're like, in 1998, they won for this and that and whatever.
Oh, so you're prompting them to learn.
Well,
you're kind of goading them into it.
I said there are no swimming pools in India, which it was my experience. Like my husband grew up in Delhi. He didn't see a swimming pool till he came to America.
That's interesting.
And then all these kids went and did research on how many swimming pools there are in India.
Well, only the infinity pools at the 5 stars.
At the Taj Hotel.
Behind
barriers. That doesn't count.
That does not count. I don't think you can do laps in the infinity pool when people are trying to take their wedding photographs.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work too well.
But it's that kind of provocation that gets people interested, and it's a little provocative, but not really. But it's also interesting enough that they're like, could this be true? It makes you think, could this be true?
And is it true?
I don't know. They're finding out for me. They're also my research people.
So you put it out there. So you're kind of a reverse journalist. Like they do the research and then they write the piece. You're like, let me make the piece, and then we'll find out if it's real.
I'm like, yeah, sure, find out. Let me know.
Let me know. What do you find? That's why you're scrolling through the comments yourself.
Exactly.
What are give me an example of something that you put out there that's one of your moments where you're like, oh my gosh, this was like a video you posted and then you had all this argument. What's a great example?
Like right
I've
now,
scrolled through a lot of your
right
TikToks
now, I have a video of me making a roti.
Okay.
And my son, I tell him, I'm like, if you want to eat a hot roti, Jennifer or Susie not gonna make it for you.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, but I got people on every platform. You're racist, she's racist. Why can't Jennifer make a roti? Susie can learn to make a roti. Do a roti tutorial. What's your job then if you're not going to teach them how to make a roti? Why can't he make his own damn roti? It could be Jake, it could be Paul. It went in every direction.
So good.
It's an 11-second video that has created so much engagement. It's wild. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I am racist. I don't know. I didn't think about it. You know what I mean?
Well, I spend a whole night to get 11 seconds of something out of it, so I can totally understand what you're saying. That's incredible.
Again, that was him.
PG-13. That's what we do here. PG-13. Walk the line. So that's great. So it's a provocation. You found a way to tap in, but do you go into it going, this is going to be provocative or it's going to be funny?
You know what? This is where being a mom helps. I know what triggers my kids. When I say that stuff to my kids in real life,
they go, Mom.
Exactly. How can you say that? You're not allowed to say that. So I know. So now I record those moments.
Oh, that's good.
Because
they're your own focus group.
Yeah, and I know it's so predictable what's going to trip them at this point.
Yeah, right.
That I can lay a trap and I get it right away. I'd be like, oh, I don't think you should eat that. Okay, Bridge, you eat. The boy can eat, not Zoya. She's a girl, she's got, And then immediately she's like, oh my God, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And I captured it by then.
Oh, that's good.
I don't even need any more. I just cut it off with you can't eat Zoya and that's it.
Yeah, you don't need more content. Just put enough out there.
I just have to put the idea of it out there.
Yeah.
And then people have their own interpretations.
And nobody else is really doing this.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, listen, there's no way to say that because
that's why it's a question. Yeah.
There's millions of, everybody,
but there's billions of us and no Olympic medals, so there's millions of, there's only one Zarna Garg. It's possible.
So the thing is, you're a stand-up comedian and you'll appreciate this. A lot of digital comedians, a lot of people creating all kinds of content. I'm also a writer. And that part, I think no one's doing. I take pride in the jokes I write.
Right.
And I love, it's something I pride myself on. The technical aspect of the joke, the delivery in a club.
Sure.
And then blending the world of digital comedy and that is a different thing. So I can tell you with some confidence, no one is doing the stand-up bit the way I do it.
Sure.
Because, there is an art to it, as you know.
Of course.
It's not just standing there and babbling. It's like people don't know because stand-up comedy is so new in our culture.
Oh, you're funny, just go up there, just say whatever.
And
anything you say is funny.
So this is where when you said, how long have you been doing it? In theory, 2 years. But my whole life, I've been pushed on stage.
Oh, okay, so not just cracking jokes at parties, but you mean on a stage?
Like somebody's birthday, you go do the speech.
Okay.
In fact,
yeah, what's the thing?
You go, because Indian aunties, I remember once a very big birthday event we went to, and all my friends got together and wrote a speech combined, they did, about the birthday girl. And like, literally, they were at a loss. So they were like, A for amazing, you're so amazing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, 25
Guys,
more of these.
No, we cannot do this. So I got up there and I did a speech. Now, today, I know it's stand-up. But back then, I had no idea. But
Right.
I've been doing that my whole life.
It's interesting you say that, because when people ask me, when did you start? Yeah, in a comedy club in Cincinnati, that's one thing, but I was performing for all these holy events, Diwali events, with literally 1,000 people there.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a huge event.
Yeah.
People go, so you were doing this when you were 13? I go, and then comedian, you get a little bit like, in a room of comics, in a green room, do I really want to say I've been doing it since I was 13, when Dave Chappelle really got on stage when he was 14 years old?
Right.
No, not like that. But yes, you're right. What makes it harder, I think, for us is that those aren't comedy rooms. Like when you perform, a lot of people don't even know that there's going to be a comedian. People are milling about. You have to like get their attention. And if you're not funny in the first minute, they see audience isn't going to sit there quietly and watch. They're barely going to watch if you're funny. Then once you get them,
Exactly.
then they will watch.
Even if you're funny, they're gonna be like, I don't know. I mean, listen,
When's the food?
And I'm guilty of it. My whole family. Like, I've gone into movie theaters in the last 2-3 years in India. Before the credits, and in the Indian movies, the credits come first, right? They tell you the producer, the director.
They want to get their credit before they leave.
They're tweeting, like the movie hasn't started. They're like, the beginning was very boring. It's been 1 minute. Like, I'm dying. As a creator, I'm like, could you give them a minute, please? But my own family, like my brother will fan out and they say, don't bother coming in. If you haven't parked, don't park. I'm like, oh my God.
That is incredible.
It's
wow.
brutal,
They're
right?
brutal.
Our culture is brutal. So I've done Zoom shows, as like everybody. I have a big Zoom comedy business now because I do a lot for corporates and whatever. I did Zoom shows for Indian uncles, and I'm sure you have too.
Oh
right?
yeah, many times.
Like 100 people in the windows. Like, and then as you're doing the set, like in my case, because also I'm a woman, so double whammy. As I'm doing the set, the chat, the chat box, she is not funny.
That's what I have to look at.
She is not funny. That wasn't funny. This is not our sanskar. Okay, that was a little funny. And then the next day,
Okay, that was a little. It's amazing how good that feels then.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they've really broken you down and
I'm
throw
watching.
you a cracker. You're like,
I still have 29 minutes to go, yo.
Right.
And then the next day, they're tweeting my jokes as if it's theirs.
Oh.
I mean, the next day they're like, oh, I saw a Yelp review of a cardiologist, and the Yelp review was 5-star, but probably the people who would have given it a bad review died.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, but like they use it.
That wasn't that funny.
Yeah, see, there you go. See?
Yeah,
See this?
yeah, exactly. Living proof.
Living proof. But
of
the chat is brutal. You're doing the show, and during the chat, they're like, oh, I think she was talking about Shubha. Like, I made some kind of joke about a friend, and they're like, I think I know who it is. I'm like, oh my God, you so don't know.
Yeah.
This is just a joke.
You're
it's
like,
nothing.
but it really wasn't about Shubha, though, right?
Well.
Yeah, Shubha, she's got her own issues. So.
Yeah.
Do you attribute a lot of your success? I mean, the pandemic had to have, obviously, all, sad to all the people who died, but as far as your career, it's taken off, right? Do you think the pandemic helped?
Who's to know how it would have gone another way, right? Because I had a lot going on right before things shut down too. But I don't dwell on all that. Like, I just keep going.
Yep.
The Z train keeps charging forward.
That is.
Whatever
ZTV
happens.
train.
So it was, it was fun.
That's
like
good.
we keep adapting to whatever life throws
Keep
our way.
going. So, what gives you more joy? Is it the love of the crowd live, or is it the likes or the comments on the digital? Like what?
Look, the live show is its own thing, right? You like experiencing it, but the digital thrill is real too.
Okay.
And I've realized that. Like, I do a lot of Zoom shows. You can feel the energy even through the wires. When something's going well, you feel it, and when it's just dying, you know it's dying. And now on TikTok, Instagram, like the reels and videos, you can feel the energy. Like this roti video, that's like 11 seconds is nothing, but the amount of conversation it's generated, it's exciting for me to watch.
Totally. And more people are going to see it than obviously a room where there's 200 or even 1,000 people.
Of course, and none of it was really like deeply thought of. It's so badly produced too.
But those are the best because they're authentic. They're real.
Completely. It's a real moment. And it's like actually thousands of people came out and said, I really wish I knew how to make it. I'm actually working on a roti tutorial now.
See, that's great. That's
so
smart.
It's exciting in a different way and unexpected. I never expected it. I think Instagram doesn't do a great job of it. TikTok manages its comment section superbly. So it's actually, the TikTok experience is as if Insta and Twitter got married.
Oh, interesting.
Because you know how people get passionate on Twitter? You see that passion in TikTok comments. You just don't see it on Instagram.
Why is that?
Because the way visually it's laid out. If you see how Reels progress, the comments are buried. You barely see them. Whereas on TikTok, they're very prominent. So
They're more
people
dynamic.
see and then they want to get involved. At least that's my experience.
No, that's
and it's
really smart.
very exciting because literally I'll refresh my phone and it's 1,000 new comments. 1,000 people commented.
That's
you know what I
incredible.
mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a reach that like I don't know when in a live show. In a live show, the best you can hope for is an applause break or a laugh.
Yeah.
Here, they're like giving you real-time feedback. Like that helps me develop the next version. Because a lot of that stuff then goes into my stand-up act. When I know that a vibe is resonating that hard, then I'll take it and write a joke around it because I know it's gonna work.
See, this is a good marriage then, Twitter and Instagram for the TikTok comments. Because what you're saying is funny, like you can perform live in a Zoom, and that's still live, you can feel it, and you get comments like you would online, but that marriage is actually crappy.
Yeah.
Because it's actually the worst of both worlds. Because you're getting these crappy comments and the live experience. And the other thing that what I noticed with performing on Zoom shows is you can never look them in the eye.
Yeah.
Right? You're looking into the camera,
Yeah.
and then when you want to look down, you can see them, but you can never have that eye-to-eye connection. Like in a crowd, you can be like, this guy knows what I'm talking about, whatever, all this kind of stuff, where you can actually speak to the audience to get that kind of feedback.
Yeah.
And you speak to the audience in your shows, right, live?
Yeah, a little bit. Not a lot. I don't, because I have a lot of jokes.
Yeah, it's like,
But-
don't give them that. Yeah, they paid to see you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a philosophy. There's some people who are masterful at crowd work. That's their thing. I love writing the jokes. That's my thing. So I try not to do too much crowd work. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'm very excited to try the next show.
Sure.
But I do, of course, you have to bring the audience in.
Yeah, you want to be in the room.
Yeah, of
Sure.
course.
How long are your shows, or what's an ideal length of show for you live?
I would say 45 minutes if I'm headlining, 40, 45, and like one opener would be perfect.
Opener like 10, 15 minutes?
10,
12
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I find that people's attention spans
Yeah, how long is it?
It's, I think 2-3 years ago, 90 minutes was an ideal comedy show.
And that would be for you and an opener,
Or like
multiple
multiple people. However
Yeah.
you want to cut it, 90 minutes and people want to be out.
I agree.
You've been served your drinks, you've had whatever, and yeah. I personally find that in today's generation, the threshold is a little bit lower. I think it's closer to 60, 70 minutes, to be really honest.
Yeah,
Now,
please be
from a club point of view, can you do that? I'm not sure, because there are all these other logistics involved.
Yeah, they got to get the food served and
Yeah.
the waiters, and they got to cut the staff and all.
Exactly. There's a whole process.
The comedian is practically incidental at a comedy club.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
the way the money is actually made. The
is-
real money is the food and the alcohol.
Exactly. But if I had my choice, I would have a 60, 70 minute show. But
When I do my solo shows, that's how long they are.
Right.
I find that the ideal. I know with stand up, 52 minutes for me for whatever reason. It's 52 is where I can feel the lag, and then it's my skill then to get them to 60, 65. But they will give me 52 like nothing. But then it's like, okay, for me to get to that, I have to earn that last 17 minutes, and it better be fire, because otherwise they're going to start checking.
They're tired. And I've seen it happen with Seinfeld, Jim Gaffigan. Like after like 40, 45, they're starting to like, okay, we get it. You're really funny.
We got it.
How
much can they laugh?
But like I haven't checked my Twitter and
I gotta leave another comment on Zarna's video. I gotta see if her mother-in-law is still alive. That's what I gotta figure out at this point. In one word, what are you?
Funny.
What is your mission?
Take down my mother-in-law. I mean, why complicate things? You know what I mean?
Get right to it. 10 seconds or less, right? What do you see as your role in the South Asian community?
To have a voice for the stay-at-home moms in particular.
I want to pause there for a second because I'll interrupt my own game because I think that's really important. Do you attribute some of your sex? You don't know how many kids you've had, so you know.
I haven't had sex yet either, so that was him too.
It's immaculate conception multiple times.
Yeah, they came floating down the Hudson. That's why I live in Manhattan.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. Yeah. That's good. Not the East River, but the Hudson.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's dirty. Yeah, that's good. That's where Jennifer comes out of. Okay, no. I didn't really say that. Do you see that? Like, are you filling a void? Is that the thing? It's like there's so many people like me out there. Like it was the young single. Not that I'm either one of those things anymore. But it was now. There's this sort of stay-at-home mom. Like
your wife was just like this breaking news for me.
Yeah, like
young single. Like what just happened?
Do you now have hair too? What happened? Like who's this guy you're describing? I'm so lucky.
Yeah, I mean, definitely was a big motivator to get into stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Honestly, quite frankly, very, very frustrated with your generation. It's a lot of whining. A lot of whining.
I don't know if we're in two different generations.
No, I think we are. Like, I have an 18-year-old I dropped off to college.
I'm not that young, but thank you.
But I'm very, very old. Like, this is all like filter and makeup and magic.
This is the agent
like
work,
this all
makeover.
fake.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
This is all real, so there's a little bit of makeup.
Listen, I get the experience of the kids that are born and raised here. I get it. But the comedy seems so one-sided to me. I was like getting frustrated watching this stuff. It's like, enough with the whining. Yeah, we make you go to med school. Like, shoot us. You know what I mean? Like, go be a DJ. Now I do so many jokes. I mean, go be a DJ as long as you don't move back home. Because your room is now my Zen meditation room.
Right.
We're done. You've moved on. Live with your consequences. Go.
That's good. And will they leave?
No.
No, they went to Stanford.
Yeah, now they're like, okay, maybe I'll do math.
Yeah.
Okay, why? And then don't make jokes about me making you do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very one-sided.
It's a clapback.
And it's, I do think that our culture in particular has a hard time figuring out what the role of the mom is. Like, traditionally, the mother is, the homemaker, and that role has been so revered.
Right.
But, we're living in a different world now, and women are not just seeking validation from how they raise their kids. Because that's what that becomes. Or how they make roti. I don't even cook. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't cook at all. That roti, the nanny made it. I just flipped it for TikTok.
I was gonna say, well, that's a hot take right here. Then, we're gonna put that in the comment section.
Yeah, we'll make another TikTok about it. I said roti tutorial. Watch out for those hands. They aren't gonna be mine.
Yeah.
The close up.
Like, whoa, wait a second. Before analyzing that, those aren't her hands.
Yeah, but
or do you have the forehands like the goddess?
Exactly.
That's what you need to do.
I work it out. I have my magic, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not living in a world anymore where, like, in theory,
you're not going to derive your worth only from being a mother.
Yeah, and we've moved on we've progressed from that. We want to do stuff.
But haven't the kids moved on to them? They don't only want to be doctors and engineers and lawyers.
Listen, I got nothing against it as long as you're willing to live with what comes with it.
They won't.
Exactly.
Well, they're too young to.
Thank you. So this is the issue, right? And so that is the opening for all the jokes about that. Mm-hmm. Like, don't study, don't go, go bungee jumping, go, you
go
think
skydiving.
You think you're so special. You're like, I will just throw myself off the mountain, see what happens. Go do it. I'm not coming to pick you up.
This is why you're not sure how many kids you have. You don't know how many are still alive.
Yeah, I don't know. They went
so
bungee
many
jumping.
Jumped. They didn't text you at the end of it. If they didn't post about TikTok. Yeah, they started to, but
then anyway, I'm not interested if you're not gonna do a TikTok about it.
Yeah, well, it didn't really happen.
No.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a big motivator for sure. And I find that a lot of Indian moms feel trapped. If you're an immigrant mom, you feel completely trapped, like I did for years. Getting out of that hole was very hard. Like you're stripped of your self-esteem. And I'm a New York State licensed litigation lawyer.
You're as empowered as it got.
I found myself having no sense of self-worth. Like in 16 years, the world had moved on. Microsoft Word is a different thing. And, it's like even simple things had changed completely.
Microsoft Word, yeah, you're right. You're right. No, it had.
Back then, when I was working, was a whole thing. And now it's a whole different, it intimidates
you. The world can pass you by.
It absolutely does. So I take that role very seriously. Like I get inquiries every week from women who are like, how did you do this? How can you do this? Whatever. And I take the role in that space very seriously. I want to help as many women get back. And now on the back of COVID, as if it wasn't bad enough, the situation, it got completely destroyed.
Yeah, women lost ground. Weirdly, the homeless, like the lower element society actually came up a little bit. Finally, the wealth gap decreased a little bit, slightly. But women really lost out during the pandemic.
Women got crushed.
But you sprung up.
I really attach myself to my purpose. I'm so American, I have a purpose now.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
When I ask you what your mission is, you
Yeah.
know, that's why I'm serving coffee.
Yeah.
That's how we do it out here on the West Coast.
Yes.
Let's play ping pong.
Okay, let's go.
Here we are playing ping pong, and Zarna has told me now her rate has gone up because...
Yeah, because the action was not included in this contract. I'm sorry.
That's not what I thought you meant by action, so that's
Yeah,
why
no,
I'm
this
asking.
is action. Hello. I don't get to just sit and talk. This, oh my God, my arm, so much work.
Yeah, this is a lot of work. let me
Bring
tell you.
some Vicks, bring some Bengay, somebody massage my shoulder. Where are all the people?
I feel like Vicks is our, like in my big fat Greek wedding where it was Windex.
Yeah,
Vicks for us.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, people love using Vicks for pretty much anything.
That, of course, my kids too. They're like, I broke my arm. I'm like, Vicks.
Yeah, that's all. Start with that at least.
Yeah.
Start with that.
I have doctors in the family, so basically I'm a doctor.
Oh yeah, it rubs off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. My wife's a pharmacist. It just.
Oh,
you
a
know,
pharmacist. She knows more than the doctor. And that's actually for real. She knows.
It does. People will trust a pharmacist with
Yeah.
medicine, of course.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course. They
that's-
know what's happening.
That's ultimately what you need a doctor for, is just to give you the drug.
Yeah.
So why not just cut right to the chase? You know, one thing that I found interesting is I hosted a show that I think you actually watched. Which
Yes.
was called Desi Chain.
Yes.
And you know what it was, for the people who are tuning in, I do have to explain this. So what it was on Facebook. It was kind of the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It was a way of connecting our community to see, like, if you know this person, do you know that person? Can you bring them into the Zoom? And it started in the Jewish community. They brought it to the Desi community. It's still going strong in the Jewish community. Didn't quite take off in our community, and I think there were some reasons for it. So that was one thing that we started discussing, you and I, which was, one of the things was, I was like, I'm really big on inclusion, right?
Right.
That's a big thing. I wanted to make sure we had not just straight, we had LGBTQIA, not just the traditional Hindu. I wanted to make sure we had Muslim and Christian and atheist and everything else and age and everything. Every single barrier was a barrier, but we kind of got over a lot of it. The one that we did not really pierce was, and I use these terms affectionately, the ABCD FOB divide. We had a hard time getting from people born in this country, American-born
Right.
confused Desis, and then fresh off the boat, people who were born in India and came here. Why is that?
Because you and I both know the divide exists. Can we not pretend it doesn't exist?
And this is the first I realized that it does.
100% it exists. And I do happen to have one foot in both sides, because I was born and raised in India. I'm as immigrant, like literally, like with the paper, cross the border and all of that, as an almost adult. So I get it. And then, you know, the ABCDs have their own view, and I've been friends with, I came here at 16. So
Okay.
college, law school,
Okay.
a lot of defining experiences.
10 years
So-
ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the divide is real, you know that.
It is.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is not only that it's real, but also that like when you go to a party, and if there are people who are born and brought up in India, born and brought up here, it will kind of segment out
Yeah.
into 2 different groups.
Yeah, it's true. And I get it, like, you know, both sides have a chip on their shoulder about something.
What is the chip on the shoulder for the people born and brought up in India?
I mean, I'll tell you, because like as a mother, I'm very fobby,
Okay.
and I
Well,
think
that's the basic. That's your persona.
right, and it's real, and it's inside like how I feel. I'm like, I think the ABCDs complain too much, have, you know, relative to their immigrant parents, have had it easier. Now, yes, I understand the other side of it, because what the ABCDs complain about is that no parent of theirs takes their life seriously and takes their complaints seriously, and there is truth to that. We, like, as an immigrant, I'd be like, whatever, she doesn't like you, get over it. You know, we don't understand a world of where, like, I need therapy and all that. Like, you know, that's taboo in our culture.
And it still is.
Completely. I have members of my own family that are therapists, and I'm like, that's not a real job. You know.
What do you suggest that they do? Just get over it?
Well, listen, think of what a brutal world you come from if you leave everything behind to make a new life. Like, we had to get over everything.
Sure.
There's no therapy for us. We just came and we were like, okay, I haven't really seen my mom in 20 years. Okay, fine, whatever, that's life. It has happened. This is reality for a lot of immigrants.
It is, but I don't think everybody dealt with it as well as they probably should.
Oh no, neither did I. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of drugs in my life and my
Yeah, I was going to say, so
culture.
it came out somehow.
No, yes, but we weren't debilitated by it. We weren't sitting there going like, life is so unfair.
But do you think, okay, but in fairness though, comedians and people who are going to complain about that for comedic effect, right, are exaggerating it, right? As far as in real life, actual ABCDs,
Yeah.
I'm not debilitated by it.
I think you may not be, but
And most of my friends are not.
we see a lot. Or maybe it's just a conversation thing. Maybe it's just something people like to talk
To bitch
about and
about.
bond about.
Right.
You know, my mom made me, you know, easy to pick on your mom and dad, right? It's
Sure.
easy. But I'm telling you that the FOBs will tell you if they could.
Please,
that
no,
this
tell me.
generation is too whiny. They've had it. We've given them everything. I'm not saying they're right.
But do you think that's a generational thing, or you think it's a immigrant thing, like you came from one country to another?
I think it's an immigrant thing. I think if you came here, you left everything and came here, presumably. That's how immigrants usually get here. The pain is deep.
Of course.
And we don't deal with our own pain at all, right? Because we don't believe in therapy or anything. At least I believe in drugs, so I'm very fixed now. But
Fixed and then broken.
yeah, this has been very fixed up. But you know what I mean? So we don't deal with our own pain, and then we don't know what to do when our kids express that some kind of pain.
Right.
It's a different pain, but a pain nonetheless. So we think, well, I powered through 30 years of being miserable. What's your issue?
But we don't want to be miserable.
That's the thing, and that's where being American comes in. You don't want to be miserable and sacrifice.
But why should we be miserable?
But listen, an Indian person will tell you life by definition is misery.
But I don't think it is.
But there you go. Now
It's
you
not
see
a struggle.
the great divide in play
It is
right
not.
here. You know.
It is not. It's not supposed to be. I think that it is for some people, but isn't that garam? Isn't that the whole idea of like, if you have the resources to, this is what a friend of mine once said about Eminem. She goes, what's the deal? This guy has $200 million. He can't go to therapy. He still has to bitch and claim. Yeah. And of course that's his persona, is to be angry. But at a certain level you go, I have people in my life who are miserable. And I'm like, you have capability though. You're empowered. You make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You can't take a day off and go, like, you don't have to go to a therapist, but you can't meditate or go to the beach, just chill the F out. Like, what's wrong with you? And they think they're dealing with it, but they're not. They're making everybody else miserable.
But they're okay with it.
But that they shouldn't be okay with
Okay,
it.
see, this is the thing. Like, I mean, listen, not a single Indian mother did comedy, and they were like, okay, we don't laugh. As a people, we don't laugh.
Do you find that's true?
Yes.
Okay, so because when I
When
went
I
to,
tell them you are in here, you laugh for free. Now you already paid the ticket. The laugh is free.
you may as well laugh.
Relax. And they're like, oh. Like you see them recoiling, they're like, oh, yeah, okay. They're thinking about it.
They're
Why are
thinking
you
about whether
thinking
they should
about
laugh. Is that unique to Indians?
I think so.
To South Asians, whatever you want to call us?
I think so. I think our culture is actually afraid to laugh. There's
Why is that?
so much guilt. There's so much baggage. Like if you're happy,
But every
something's
culture has
wrong.
guilt and baggage. Catholics have more guilt
Yeah,
than
but
anybody.
they drink. So then they're like, fine, okay, we have a good day, mate. Like, what's a good day in the Indian culture?
What's a good day?
Yeah, like your parents having a good day. Like, I'm sure it's not including like mom and dad going to the pub.
No, of course it's not.
If you're gonna sit,
But
with
that's
a
their
couple-
problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like culturally,
They should come to the comedy club and laugh. That's where we can agree. Totally. That's where we can totally agree.
exactly. So it's a thing, and
I just think that there's this whole idea of people thinking that they're handling stuff. And this isn't just Indians, this is in general. People
okay,
have this thing
is
with
like
their,
I
where-
need to like win some points here.
Okay, if you want to keep track. I mean, you
Okay.
trust me, no one wants to keep track of it.
Okay, I am gonna keep track. Everything is tracked. See that? Oh, I'm not gonna keep track. You see what he just did?
That's what I'm showing you why you don't want to. So
I take you down now, bitch. And I can also talk like this.
that's how you know we're having a good discussion. Because if I start losing the discussion, I just start winning it. Ping pong. I'm like, all right, the hell with this.
See that?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
see that?
Yeah, exactly.
See
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly
Okay.
it. Yeah,
Now
that's
we're
it.
going to play my way. Okay?
Uh-oh,
I
here we
will
go.
hit the ball from here.
Oh,
That
that's
was my
cheating.
trick.
Oh, I see. I was
I'm
like,
like,
what? How do we
okay,
cheat?
yeah, go.
Oh, okay.
And
We
that's
don't even
the
need the
point.
table.
I
We don't
don't
even need
care.
the table.
Okay, that is the point. Don't you guys come at me with the rules that I make the rules. I'll tell you the biggest difference.
Yeah.
An Indian person born and raised in India embraces sacrifice. It's a part of life.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give something up to get something.
Sure.
In America, in general, not just with the ABCDs or
Sure.
Indian people,
There's entire-
sacrifice is a bad word.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do everything at the same time. Why can't you eat and lose weight? Why can't you be a mother and work? Why can't you be, sacrifice is offensive to America. It's an offensive concept. It's saying, no, you fight it.
What do you
And
think
when I
about-
say you, I mean culturally we
Sure, no,
in
and
America
you-
fight it. Whereas in India, they're like, yeah, I have to leave her. No, she has to leave. I have to make my life.
That's true, but what about the people who... I agree culturally, that's a very insightful observation, but what do you think about the people like my friends who have had to sacrifice short-term pain for long-term gain? They have like studied, they've worked hard, they busted their asses, they did all that stuff. They did sacrifice their social life. They didn't go out to the club. They stayed.
But then they complain about it. See, that's the thing. The Indians are like, okay, we sacrifice.
See, I don't think my
there is
friends
no
do.
other way to live.
I don't think my...
Like if you tell, okay, you're friends with the Hassan Minhaj.
Yeah.
How much he whines in his comedy? We will not get into it, but my mummy left me.
Oh, let's get into it.
She didn't leave him to go surfing in Hawaii.
Right.
She went to India, she had to finish her education.
I'd try to imagine his mom surfing in Hawaii, but yeah, that would be...
But you know
That's
what I mean?
amazing.
Like, half of his homecoming, the
Homecoming camp.
special, his parents did this, and I get it. He's exaggerating all of that, I get it. But it's somewhere in the root of his, oh, I didn't know I had a sister. Okay, we forget. We do forget. The Indian auntie, I told you, I forget myself how many kids I have. Like, I'm alone, I have nothing. You try to keep them alive, because in America, like, you have to also.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you get in trouble here.
Even the girls, like, you gotta keep them alive, you gotta keep, like, it's a lot for a person.
Or transition them.
So, it's an Indian person from India is not complaining about that. That's not to say they're not complaining. They're not complaining about that.
What do they complain about?
They complain about the kids. How much more do they want? We gave them everything. He has a room. I never had my
But
own
isn't that
room.
what a generational, isn't every generation, that's the point? Like, I want Naveen to, but I don't want my kid to have the best of everything. This is a big thing with me. They're like, oh, I want my kid to have the best. I'm like, no, not necessarily. Good enough's good enough. Like, he can go to public school.
So your good enough is based on the threshold that you grew up
Yeah,
with.
I want it to be better than what I had.
Think of what good enough was for us. So the threshold is here. Like, how many times my kids will be like,
But it's a question of what you can provide. If you're making that kind of money, it's what you can provide versus like, I can't. So there are people who, like I went to a friend's wedding and they were not well-to-do. So they had paper napkins and paper plates. We weren't like, what the hell is this? Like, that's all they can afford. So then you're happy with it. You go to these, some of these bastards, they have so much money and they throw the same kind of party and you're like, yeah, I'm like, screw this is bullshit. Like, you should give me better than
the
this.
paper plate party, even if I have money.
Yeah, you should give me
kidding?
better. I want the good china. I want the good silverware.
No,
That's
see,
what I want.
this is the thing. I'm like, yeah,
Because
I have the
because
money,
you
but
can
I don't
give
want to
it.
spend it. Now I'm spending it on your sorry ass to my kids. I'm like, what have you done? Nothing. Go sit down.
But they're kids. They're not adults yet. Like, whatever mistakes my kid makes, that's on me. Because I'm the adult.
How much responsibility you bichara don't, when you have this kid grows up, you're going to be like, you know what, this is
This
on
is
you.
on tape. This is on tape. Yeah,
This is going to be like, it's on you.
Yeah,
You watch. I'll
I
come back
believe
for
it.
this show in 2 years. You're going to be like, you threw up on that woman in the airplane.
Yeah.
It's on you.
It's on me. Well, it's literally on her.
It's on her.
Now we could agree. I love this. Zarna, you're incredible. I love the jokes, the sparring. It's incredible. I want to thank Zarna for appearing on What Do You Bring to the Table. She's modeling the. Don't do that yet. They haven't paid for sponsorship.
Yes.
So yeah, that we could
I
agree.
have won. Let's agree on that. I won.
Well, that I never admit a loss,
Okay,
even if I
Brenda,
really
pull
did
this
win.
contract. We're not letting this air.
It doesn't work like that. Zarna, where can they find you? They already know, but where can they find you?
At Zarna Garg on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Did I mention at Zarna Garg?
Thanks everybody for joining us on this episode of What Do You Bring to the Table? I've been your host, Rajiv, and I still am.